So friends, the question today is to thin or not to thin? Honestly, I have had a very hard time thinning my plants because when I plant something, I want every single one of them to live. The experts always say to thin, right? I didn't want to do it. I wanted all my seeds to grow and to produce, and I wanted to put it to the test for myself to see the difference. What happens if you thin? What happens when you don't thin? Well, the experts were right. I was a bit convinced that I had to do it, but now I am 100% convinced that I need to do it. So here is an example of when you don't thin. Look at how many tiny little plants I have growing here. They're all basil. Didn't get much out of them. They're all here. They're thin. They're small. But look at this one. This is one. This is one plant. This is one basil plant. And look at how beautiful it is. Very full. And I've been cutting the flowers so it doesn't go into bolting, but I did leave some in the back. But unfortunately, since it is freezing, I'm not going to have a chance to let these go into bolting. So I'm going to pull these out because, we're having a freeze tonight. These will all be wilted in the morning. So I'm just going to pull them out. Not much can be done with these, really. They smell so good. But look, this is when you don't thin. They don't develop. So this is multiple seeds, okay? And this is one. I don't even know if I can pull this out. Usually they have a very long root. Also, if you notice, the same size space, the same soil, and yet the single seed grew into a beautiful plant and the others did not. Only because I didn't thin them out. So the way I take care of these in the fall, friends, let me take a little water and rinse this off so you can see. So then go ahead and put this in water and we will have fresh basil for a while. That's incredible. It's really beautiful here. I'm going to show you what I did last year with my little, I call it my basil tree because look, it's got branches everywhere. I'm going to show you what I did and I absolutely love it. Friends, this one here is Italian basil. The other one was Thai basil. And this one here is also going inside the house. Some of the leaves got damaged with the wind. I'm going to cut those off. But we will continue to have basil inside the house for a little while longer. And I do this every year. And again, if I don't take it out of the ground, it will just wilt away. There will be no basil left here in the morning. So there it is. I also think it's very pleasing to the eye. It's such a pretty leaf to look at. Some of these didn't grow very big because, again, I didn't thin them out. I'm going to leave those there just to put them to the test. I know they're in the past they've never made it. I have enough. I have plenty of basil. So friends, since it is going to freeze, I had to run to the backyard and cut what I still had growing, some Anaheim peppers. Didn't fully grow to their size, but if it's gonna freeze, I have to get them. Tomatoes, again, they weren't ready either. Probably would have been the last collection of tomatoes for the season. And pomegranates. Pomegranates, they cracked. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see how they taste. And they're small. They're very, very small. This one's a really good color inside. Very red. Hopefully they'll be good. We'll examine them good. So the reason that I like to bring in my basil like this It's because after we eat all the leaves, after we consume them, what I like to do is save the dry branches. And I use them as decor. Very rustic. This is last year's basil. And I just love it. So today or this year, I'm combining this one and that one together. And it's going into a larger container. A little bit larger than this. I just love this. I don't know. I think it's it's pretty. It's rustic. It's natural. And it still smells like basil, believe it or not. So friends, thanks so much for visiting the channel. Just a preview of what I had to do today. In addition to cutting all the spinach, I had to cut my tomatoes, my peppers, pomegranates, my basil. And I have a very long afternoon ahead of me. I have to bring in a lot of the plants inside the house, those that I wish to overwinter. Thanks for visiting. See you again soon.